Welcome back. Today's lesson is adding integers. So we have our standard, which is 7.ns.1, add integers, and your I can statement is I can find the sum of two or more integers. So get it down and we'll get started. We do have one vocabulary word to get down as well. It's called the additive inverse. So you're going to go ahead and write that down, additive inverse, and then what it is the additive inverse property states that the sum of any integer and its opposite, which is also called the additive inverse, is 0. So my example for this vocabulary word is that 2 and negative 2 and negative 2 are both the additive inverse property because 2 plus negative 2 is 0. It's kind of similar to the absolute value, but it's a property stating that the sum of any number and its opposite are always going to be 0. Okay, once you have it down, you can go ahead and press play again. All right, today we're talking about how to add integers without drawing them out like we did yesterday. So if we go back to our number line, we have negative 3 plus negative 2. So which means we're starting at negative 3 on a number line, and the negative 2 in the second part of our number means we're going away from 0 2 spots. So negative 3 plus negative 2 would be negative 5. If you want to think about it as you owe your mom $3 and then the next day you borrow $2 more, so you owe your mom a total of $5. Negative 3 plus negative 2 is negative 5. In the example 2, go ahead and get it down, negative 5 plus 3. You have yourself looking at a negative plus a positive. So this time we're going to start in the negative just like the last example at negative 5. But this time we're going 3 places towards 0 or the positive directions to the right. 1, 2, 3. So negative 5 plus 3 is going to give us negative 2. In our real world example, you borrowed $5 from mom, then you gave her 3 back, so you're only $2 in the hole with mom. So negative 5 plus 3 is going to give us a negative 2. Another way to think about it in the real world could be that you lost 7 yards on a football play and then you gained 9 yards. So if I started at negative 7 and I went right 9, I would actually end up past 0 at positive 2. Or if I made a bet and lost $4 and then made another bet and lost another $2, I would get a total of $6 in the hole. Or if this slot machine, if you pulled the slot machine 5 times and you won, but you pulled it 3 more times and you lost, 5 wins plus 3 losses would give you a net of positive 2 or 2 wins. So it's different ways to think about it. You could also do temperature in degrees. If you started the day at negative 7 and you gain 9 degrees, or we could go back to digging a hole 4 inches below ground and then 2 more inches below ground gives us a total of 6 inches below ground. So different real world contexts to discuss. Okay, you want to press pause and get all this written down, but these are our 2 rules of the day. Adding integers with the same sign. So same sign means 2 negatives or 2 positives, and our rule is going to be to add the 2 numbers and keep the same sign. So same sign, add them up. Make sure you get that down. And then different signs where one of them is negative and one of them is positive. Adding integers with different signs. So you're actually going to subtract. Negative 5 plus 9 is really 9 minus 5. Keep the positive 4. So it says subtract the 2 numbers and keep the sign of the number with the larger absolute value. 9 is further away from 0 than 5, so we're going to keep it a positive 4 since 9 is a positive number as well. I forgot to write this one down. A negative 2 plus a negative 7 results in a negative 9. Okay, once you have all that down, you can go ahead and do the examples with me. Okay, we're back to no coins and no number line. We're just talking about same sign, different sides. So I have negative 6 plus negative 4. This is a same sign rule, so we add them up. Negative 6 plus negative 4 is negative 10. Number 2, we've got 5 plus negative 9. So we have a positive 5 plus a negative 9. We have one negative, and the rest of them are positive, or it's going to result in a negative 4. Number 3, we have a negative 3 plus a positive 7. These are both different signs. So negative 3 plus 7 is going to result in a positive 4. Number 4, we have same signs. They're both negative. You're going to continue to the left on the number line. So same signs, add them up. Negative 2 plus negative 8 is going to result in a negative 10. Number 5 is a 7 plus a negative 7. It looks like we have the additive inverse property. We're going to result in 0 because they're both 7 steps away from 0. And number 6, they are not opposites. They are same sign, so we add them up. Negative 5 plus negative 5 is going to result in a negative 10. All right, it's your turn. Go ahead and get all 5 of these problems down. Press pause, see how you do, and then play for the results. All right, so you should have had negative 7 plus negative 5 is negative 12. Negative 10 plus positive 12 is positive 2. Negative 6 plus negative 2 is same signs. We add them up to get negative 8. Negative 9 plus positive 6 is negative 3. And then our last big one, a negative 3 plus 8 is going to give us a positive 5. And a plus 5, positive 5, and a negative 9 is going to actually result in a negative 4. Some people like to do this where they add all the negatives. Negative 3 plus negative 9 gives us negative 12. And then they do the negative 12 plus the 8 to get the negative 4. It's not going to matter in which order you add those 3 integers up. It will still result in the answer of negative 4. So, hope you did real well. We're going to continue tomorrow with a Row, Row, Row Your Boat song. So don't forget to remind me to start class with the silly song. Thanks.